Yo, what's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Fight. So let's jump right on into the new October update sneak peek, where essentially we get a little bit of information, and we get informed that this is the last sneak peek that we're getting for the month of October. Which is odd, but they did introduce 4 characters in one sneak peek, and I think it made for a little bit of an epic sneak peek, except for the fact that we're on Thursday. We could do something Thursday, Friday. I don't know. But either way, so let's check out what it says over on forums. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. Superheroes with magical abilities have come together to protect the Earth from evil. Check out the powers of the new superhero who happens to be a swamp monster, Man-Thing, aka think like Swamp Thing from DC, and you basically got it. The strongest Sorcerer Supreme, the Magician who uses the Staff of One, and the Priest who uses the power of voodoo. We will announce more information through the update details later. This is what lets you know that this is going to be our only sneak peek for the month of October, because the details are just coming later. Now, I would imagine also that the reason why that is because we also are going to be having an October update live stream. They want to share information with us. I cannot for the life of me imagine that they're going to be sharing information with us on just these 4 characters, and that's it. So my hope is going to be that we're going to either see some type of new I was really hoping for them to bring back the Danger Room that they had during the X-Men months, but they didn't do it. That would be like my favorite thing that they would bring back. Other than that, maybe some Works 2 story mode, or like Epic Quest or something like that that's coming. I don't know. Like, those would be really, really nice. So Tuesday, October 3rd, 6 p.m. PDT. So 9 p.m. I think that's a good time not to be competing with like Monday Night Football or, anything else that's happening on Monday nights like WWE or some shit like that. Like, those dominate the spaces. So you'll probably get a good number of viewers tuning in on Tuesday. So don't forget about those. Over on the Twitter sphere, or the X app, I don't know what the fuck that is, the Midnight Suns have gathered together to ward off any sinister supernatural forces. So it's a Midnight Suns update. This would have been a great update when the Midnight Suns game came out. If you're not aware, there was a Midnight Suns game that was released not too long ago, last year, December. This would have been a great update of marketing and decision to go then instead of now. This is obviously now I'm gonna have a hard time trying to find Midnight Suns inside of the let's see if we can pull it up here. I wanted to pull up a character list of members who were formerly Midnight Suns. So you can see here, this is a Midnight Suns category list. Inside there, you've got basically leaders like Blade, Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, and Morbius. So 2 Ghost Riders and 2 vampires basically inside of here. Now, obviously, we're going to get an update for Doctor Strange and Dr. Voodoo, who are also prominent members. But could we possibly see maybe something for Blade or any one of these leaders inside here? Also, there are members like, you won't know who Kushala Spirit Rider is, but Magic was also in here. Nico Minoru, who could definitely use a update, is in here. Wolverine was a member of the Midnight Suns as well. And then we get down some really interesting ones inside of here who could also use upgrades. Elsa Bloodstone would be one of the top in the list, right? Damon Hellstorm. That dude needs an upgrade like none other. Like, we still haven't had the Hood in the game whatsoever. I'm surprised that we haven't had that character at all in the game. Hell, there could be a lot of characters inside here. So we're getting Man-Thing inside here. You see this, like, basically you just think Swamp Thing, you got it. Morbius, he's received the update. Scarlet Spider and Scarlet Witch, very briefly, she was a thing. And then variously multiple entities of the Ghost Rider inside here with Werewolf by Night and Wong. These guys could receive updates maybe in the mid-month, although I doubt it at this point just because they seem so distracted by just giving a coherent and cohesive update that they want to just trick us with, you know, flipping the whole entire script for mid-months. But it would be nice if they went with the whole Midnight Suns theme for the month of October and gave us updates to these characters. We could see potential transcendence for any of these characters on the list. It wouldn't be too bad. So I've also pulled up a list of Magic-like characters inside the game currently, so that way you can see who's a veritable who's who. But the primary characters that we're going to be seeing upgrades and uniforms for, so it looks like Sister Grimm. I don't think she's ever received a uniform. Oh, she did. She received this uniform. So Sister Grimm is going to get her T3. Doctor Strange is obviously getting his T4. This was a really good uniform, so I don't really think that they need to change the uniform necessarily. Well, he still needs a uniform, actually. Let me stop saying that kind of shit. But Doctor Strange get a uniform, and then we get Dr. Voodoo, who is also getting a uniform as well. I'm really excited to see that. He's gonna get his upgrade. I don't know. There was nothing in the trailer to hint at what he's getting, so I'm assuming it's probably gonna be an awakening. I'm praying to God that they just don't just give him a uniform and leave him at tier 2. Then it's just gonna be a if you know situation, and it's really becoming it just is what it is at this point. So those characters are gonna basically be receiving their upgrades. I hate when it does this. It's been doing this lately on my screen quite a bit. Let's go back outside of here and go back into team so we can figure this out. Why are you doing this to me? So these are the characters that are currently in the game that are listed as magic abilities. We know that, Adam Warlock got his T4. He's a great PvE, PvP type cross character. Dr. Doom is also listed as a magic character. We haven't seen this guy get an upgrade in a long while, and it'd be really nice to see a T4 for Dr. Doom, one of the highest people in the magic community. People often sleep on that, and get his T4 and put him in that class. I know a lot of people have been using him at T3 inside like Otherworld Battle. So we also have Dormammu, who has, this was a shitty uniform overall. Mephisto, who is actually a World Boss legend. How cool would it be for him to finally get a T4? He was a really good character at one point. I really liked using him as a villain. We've got the Ancient One. I don't know that we'll necessarily see an upgrade for her at all. Enchantress just received hers. Morgan Le Fay, I still use her with my Black Bolt and Medusa team. Wong, now, will we see anything for Cersei? Who knows? These are characters right here on the end right there. Caecilius, Baron Mordo, and Damon Hellstrom, who can definitely use updates. I thought Hellstrom would have got something when they did the Hellstrom series, but no. How about Satana? Satana, Cleo, and we know we're getting something for Sister Grimm. Satana and Cleo could definitely use some major upgrades. So all of the characters right here are really, there's a veritable who's who of, could they receive updates? Can they do a cohesive update? You know what the crazy thing, the reason why I'm thinking about the cohesion is because Call of Duty Modern Warfare just released Spawn as the main, October Season 6 update. And they're having a whole haunting event going on for there. I meant to do a video about this because I think it's absolutely epic. And they're bringing in all of these, like hell type, villains and things like that into the atmosphere. And I really would like to see, Marvel Future Fight do something like that. They've got plenty of times. It's the 28th. They've got till the 31st for Halloween to basically release characters. And they could do something really huge with these characters, is whether or not they're going to get there. So I knew we were going to be getting Doctor Strange at some point, is why I was very reluctant to use my little bit of resources that I have. For tier 4ing. You can see them right here to upgrade Odin to tier 4, especially with I knew Doctor Strange was coming, and in terms of like needing a blast type superhero. So let's go out of here and just remove from magic, because you can see, like, if he does receive his tier 4, he really is only competing against a character like Adam Warlock. So he only has to be as good as him. Now, traditionally, Doctor Strange has been just a PvE character, so I don't really see them changing his kit so much that he becomes a PvP character. However, it would be really nice to see him maybe start to make that transition of being a PvP PvE character. I would love to see that. So let's take a look overall though. So that's his main competition in terms of like should you, shouldn't, and really it ain't even a competition there because Adam Warlock is so damn expensive to upgrade anyways that just it is what it is. So the other way you can break this down is looking at his blast type superhero characters that he is going to be in here, and he has to compare with any other of the blast type superhero males, not the super females. And all he really has inside of that is excuse me, I've lost myself, Star-Lord, Iron Man, and Professor X currently sitting in there. Well, I almost forgot about him because I had no intention to really level him up. I gotta level him up to 80 though. Is Cable inside there. So we've got this laundry list. Like the blast type category is one of the deepest for besides the universal type category. So you could see some upgrades inside here for these characters. Like for instance, I know we're gonna get a Spectrum update, but she's only gonna be a T3. And again, she doesn't really compare. So he really only has to be better than the 4 characters plus maybe Cable that you see over here in order to do it. And his main competition really is Adam Warlock at writ large. I'm really excited about the update because these are probably 2 of my favorite characters. I really love the magic inside of the comics. If not, the cosmic was my favorite. I love like you know, Star-Lord and the Guardians of the Galaxy, Nova. I love those, and I love, like, you know, the Annihilation Conquest and those events. Those were the things that really like kept me going with comics and, you know, the comics industry. But outside of them, one of my big favorites was obviously like Ghost Rider and the magic community that was writ large on Earth. So looking forward to this update. Definitely 100% tier 4ing, you know, Doctor Strange. I mean, he could be in that conversation of, you know, maybe you shouldn't, but I will because it's Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange. Let's jump into what they have on the live stream. Maybe I will look at trying to do a live react, and hopefully you jump in. Until next time, guys. Peace.